mean? What the fuck is this? I was like, I look at a buff in my truck. I'm like, really?
Florida doesn't give a fuck.
Catch some fucking scandemic bullshit. Give me a fucking break.
Florida's never closed, huh?
Huh?
Florida?
Oh, well, closed. Yeah, it got a little weird, but nothing crazy. Like, I don't know. This place got weird.
It got really weird.
Yeah.
Like, I at work, my boss is like, hey, so do they, like, arrest you if you're out in the streets? I'm like, no, they don't fucking arrest you. They don't know. People don't know from other states. They're like, oh, shit, it's closed down, locked down, fucking National Guard. You know, but Florida, I seen them partying, dude. They're ready to
Yeah, Florida was a lot more like, it wasn't near as bad as here. So
are you by the coast?
Yeah. I'm about 10 minutes from the coast.
How far are you from Miami?
2 hours. Lake Okeechobee, I'm about 15 or 20 minutes east of Lake Okeechobee.
Do you fish Lake Okeechobee a lot?
Used to, until they sprayed the living death out of it.
It's dead now.
I mean, it's not dead, but it's not what it was, that's for sure.
Did you grow up fishing that lake?
Yeah, the rim canal of it.
Conventional shit?
Oh, yeah, conventional.
Yeah, that's what you cut your teeth on pretty much.
What's that?
Conventional.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, my dad got me into it real heavy. You know, he loved bass fishing, and he's just like, he took me all these places. And, you know, I was skating and surfing and doing other stuff, but when, you know, downtime when he wanted to go, he's like, hey, let's go fish. And I was always into it.
Yeah.
And we always went, and he would take me to the rim canals around it. We never really went in the lake because we only grew up with a little canoe boat. We didn't, didn't have a lot of money. So we just had a little canoe, and we fucking took that out there and zipped around. Like the one day, you know, was that we were out there. I was probably about 12. He's like, we just do the Texas rig, little red shad black worm, culprit, whatever. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I threw it out baitcaster one day, and thing exploded. He's, what the fuck? You know, he's fixing it. He's like, here. He hands it back. I'm like, there's something on this thing. And I was like, and I just kind of, you know, 13.7.
As a kid?
As a kid, 25 feet down.
Is that your PB?
That's my PB.
Oh, fuck.
On a worm. Yeah. I was like, dude.
You're like, I'm never going to beat that, bro.
Oh, I'm going to hopefully one day. But
that was at what lake? At Okeechobee?
That was in Port Mayac on the east side rim canal.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Does it not produce like that anymore?
I haven't seen anything come out like that. No. The biggest one after that I got was like a 10-1.
On
a worm again. This was about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something.
When did you start going for the swim baits?
2.5 years ago.
So it's pretty new to you.
It is kind of new. Yes, it is.
And you grind the fuck out of those.
Oh yeah. I mean, as much days I already put in, it feels like I've been swim baiting for years. It feels like.
Yeah. You think that conventional thing plays a lot into the swim bait thing? Because I've heard probably like a 50-50 cut.
For me, it helped tremendously. To be honest with you, I think it was the best thing I did for that because it taught me patience. It taught me how to fish, you know, certain ways, you know, just it taught me how to fish slow, to be honest with you. And in Florida, to me, is my opinion, fishing slow is key because in Florida, it's either they're too hot or they're too damn cold. I think you rarely get an open window where you can just like burn shit and really, you're going to get it, but they don't really want to chase anything, you know? And that's what taught me, like, that's why, you know, like Mike's baits and stuff, I've just creep, you know, and that's how I get a lot of my fish.
Does the glides work good over there or not as well?
Yeah, they do. Well, that's what I hit Mike. I was like, hey, man, I want one to try. I'm curious. He's like, you're crazy. There's hydrilla. You don't need. I'm like, no, I got spots. Like, you know, I'm curious. And he sent me one just to try it, and sure as shit, that thing, it works good. Cold days, like rip, stop. Boom.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Do you, so it's a lot of vegetation. Pretty much everything is vegetation.
Yeah.
Did you start with the HUD?
Nope.
Straight to the...
Well, the thing, how it all started with Mike, I just fishing conventional, and Mike, you know, we talk a little bit. I wasn't really throwing any kind of swim bait, and I went on a sting. I looked. I was like, oh, like, you know, and I was like, man, I want to try one, you know. So I bought one. Took it to a rim canal, and I got a fish down, probably like a little 5-pounder, about 18 feet down on a rock pile, and the way that the way it hit and reeled down, I was like, oh my god.
What would you compare that to?
What's that?
If you had to tell someone that bite,
bite doesn't compare to any conventional I've ever been
really
thumped on. No, that's half the reason why I like big swim bait fishing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Especially straight braid.
Yeah.
Thumps are intense.
Yeah.
They compare, like I got buddies that snook fish, and they say, oh, it's kind of like that. I don't know if you ever snook fished before, but like jig snook fishing, that thump is probably pretty much almost the same thing. It's really, real punchy.
Yeah.
My buddy Quentin actually goes with me. He's like, this is just like, they hit just like a damn a jig. He makes jigs and stuff like that, so he knows, and that's what it compares to. But then anyway, I was just going, and I was like, man, I want to take these things to like these lakes up in Central Florida. They're about an hour and a half away, hour away. And I'm like, these things, who knows what they would do? Oh man, I think it was summertime.
Wide open.
Just freaking mania. I mean, these things were going nuts. Like it was crazy. I didn't even know it. I was like, dude, these things will not stop eating these things. I mean, they were coming out of the water. You would drag them on top. They would come through the hydro. They come from over here, or just on slower days. You just kind of like swim it and let it drop. Slowly pull it back up, and they just come and ambush this thing. It's wild.
It didn't matter.
It's different.
It didn't matter. They just saw something new, and they're like,
that's what it felt like. Okay. Yeah, and it's still like that. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, but I did fish the same lake, Kenansville, for probably 2 years straight. I wanted to, my goal was to fish Mike's bait only, and fish that lake only, and see what would happen. And I was like, in my head, I'm just going to waste my fucking 2 years of my life probably, but fuck it, let's do it. I got nothing else to do. I don't skate. I don't do shit no more, really. It's like, all right. So I did it, got my jobs. I'd go when I didn't have to work, whatever. And dude, 90% of that year, I fished I fished probably 320 or 30 days the first year.
Wow. And
then the next year, about the same thing. And dude.
How many,
I would come home, honestly. You can, it's all on my shit, my page. Instagram, you can look. I come home almost every time with at least a 6-pounder bigger, almost every time. 90%, that's how well. And the thing with doing what I did with Mike's baits, too, besides that, he's a super cool dude, and I love supporting that, I wanted to study that bait. I didn't want to go out and buy 100 baits and, give myself a headache. And I was like, I want to learn how to swim this bait. I want to learn how to fish this bait. Only. The Citizen or the Battle Shad. That's it. And that's what I did. And it was so successful. It was just like, this is...
That's a great point of view, though, because it's like, I don't do that. A lot of people don't do that. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
To go let me learn this fucking bait all the way. Everything I need to know. Mm-hmm. How to fish it on any kind of day. And that's kind of what your plan is.
Yeah. I want to know how to fish it hot. I want to know how to fish it warm. I want to know how to fish it when it's freezing cold. The fucking thing works in all conditions. It does. Mm-hmm. And it's just amazing that it did. And I was like, man. And then after a while, I was like, dude. Then after a while, I was like, I wonder what it would be like with a hard bait. So that's when he sent me the hard bait, and but I still the soft bait's my favorite. I don't want to.
How much percentage of the time do you throw soft bait?
Well, since I have the hard bait now, I kind of, if it gets cold, I'll throw that a little bit, but all the time.
All the time. That's it.
That's it.
What's your PB on that? The Battle Shad.
I think it was 11.3, or 11.1.
Wow.
In that area, yeah. That was at Headwaters.
What do you know what the record is there?
Well, the lake just opened up last July, I think, or August. Shit. Yeah, I was the third boat to launch in it.
So has it been there for a while?
Yeah, I think I want to say 7 or 10 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe 7 years. I think they flooded it. They actually made this lake strictly for bass. They carved everything out. They dug deep holes. They put all kinds of cypress trees, cut the roads and all that. Everything. There used to be buildings out there. I don't know. See, if you look on the Weather Channel app, I think it still shows a dry shot of it before they filled it. I don't know if they still do. Mm-hmm. And you can see buildings and what they did.
No
People
way.
were carving their names and shit. It was fucking wild. Yeah, there's circle, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fucking UFO shit.
But it's big. It's a big body of water. It's really big. And
that's your home lake, though. You fish a lot.
Yeah, I've been trying to study that one a little bit more, going there and still going to Kenansville a lot like that. But it got killed. It thing got so beat up. There was since it opened, there's probably been 300 boats a day almost, or 200.
So when you first got on the lake, there was only a couple boats?
No. The first day was
300.
Right when they opened it up to boats with motors, it was on.
So before you could have a boat with...
Nope, you could only have a kayak.
So how good was it? Did you ever kayak fish it?
No, I don't. I can't fish in a kayak, man. I can't. No offense to anyone that does. I can't fish
Fucking
sitting
Jared.
down. No, Jared kills it in a kayak. Come on, but I can't do it. I have to stand up. Look at me. I set the hook. I'm running off the back of the goddamn deck. Yeah, I just the way I am. I'm a mess, man. I'm just like, but no, kayaks went in there,
But they couldn't cover the ground.
They couldn't cover They would just hit the front more. And maybe go to the middle of this lake, but they weren't really touching this thing, man. I don't think they were. They're still getting good fish, you know. There's 11s being caught and shit like that, you know. But when the boats got in there, though, dude, oh my God, there's a lot. It got a lot of pressure. It got killed, you know.
So is it kind of died down somewhat?
I mean, I don't. That's the thing. It did. It's harder to find fish. I don't know if it's from that or if it's just from like still figuring it out. Maybe it's slow at this time of the year. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna hit it up in April. This April coming up with Kenansville. I want to see what this thing does. But I hope the pressure does lay off. You know, you got to think everyone that came from like all over the country to fish this thing, man.
It was a big deal in Florida.
Yeah, it was a huge deal. It's supposed to be the best lake in the country when it opened. Yeah, dude. When we first got there, man, my buddy Paul and Quinn. We went out because they were throwing conventional. I just throw the big bait. I was still catching 40 to 50 fish, smallest one 4 pounds.
100.
They were catching 100. The frog bite there was fucking retarded. They would like probably like 50 frogfish in like 2 hours. It was nuts. It was nuts because all these fish were probably just but then they got just work.
And then they got used to everything.
Yeah, exactly. The boats running around. They're like, what the fuck's going on? Who knows what they thought,
Yeah.
But it was fun.
What other lakes you like to hit up?
Well, that's the thing. Before I started going to Kenansville and I started committing to that, I would actually run all over. Me and my wife and my son, we would go and camp at like Rodman's Reservoir, some Orange Lake. I'd go everywhere.
There's water everywhere.
Dude, you could fish the rest of your life probably and still not hit every lake there in Florida. That's what's so killer about it.
Yeah.
Every type of anything, like deep, freaking vegetation, whatever, anything. It just offers everything, And that's
what kind of bycatches you get in Florida?
What kind of what?
Like bycatches, different fish do you get in there? So
you mean like annoying fish that I hate?
Annoying fish you hate.
Bowfin, gar, gator gar.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they fuck the bait up?
They fuck everything up. If I had a bat, I'd beat them to death. No, I'm just saying. The bowfin are they're the
What's
worst.
A bowfin?
They're like a mudfish, I want to say. They get big, and when you...
Like a catfish kind of looking
They
thing?
fight. They'll give you a fight, but
Yeah.
they just destroy shit. They're assholes, and you reel it in, and you're like... once you feel that twist, you're like, oh, shit, I know.
You know
right
what
off
it
the
is.
bat. Yeah, I'm like... Then you get them in the net, they twist in the net, the trouble. I'm like, nightmare. On a hard bait, nightmare. Yeah, they
Get
suck.
out the fucking hard bait. Fucking take it out.
Yeah, the DRT Tiny Clash. I don't know. I got to get that one back.
Do you ever fish tarpon and shit?
No, I don't. I just stick to straight bass, man. My buddies are always, let's go snookfish. Come on, man, you would love it. But I'm like, I've done that. I don't know. I'm just
not your thing.
I like bass fishing. I want a largemouth. That's it.
When you first got the bait, what kind of rod gear were you using? Did you have to figure that out? You kind of just Google shit and.
Well, just talking to Mike back and forth, and then it was like, it was a process a little bit. Like, I didn't know. I didn't really ask anyone either. I'm older. I was like, fuck, I'll figure this shit on my own, whatever. So I think I bought a fucking Dobblin's rod. It was a Dobblin's. I don't even know what the hell. It was just an 8-foot rod, extra heavy. I got it, and I used it for about maybe a month, so where it lasted. Catching so many. I don't know. The thing just spun out. I was like, this thing was like $200 fucking dollars. Like, what the fuck, And it just went to shit. Snap when I have a video of it. You throw it and it just fucking breaks. I'm like, okay, great.
You broke the rod video.
So I'm like, whatever. No, it just broke. I just cast it. Fucking thing broke. It was spinning all kinds of shit. So I was like, dude, and what's his name? Fucking God damn it, what's his name? Cast and Blast. He's like, get some lowdown, And I was like. All right, and that's when I look. Yeah, that's when. And that's when I looked. Looked up lowdown, Ben and shit, and I waited for a drop. I got 2 rods, 2 extra heavies.
Did you get the
white labels? Yeah, no custom. I didn't get a custom.
See, that's what I want to get, the white label.
Love them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Really?
Never turn back. Nope, dude, best. So I got 2 of them. He sent them out. Started using them. Oh my god, the difference from their extra heavy to that was like night and day. Way stiffer. What I wanted. Just all around the stick, everything. It's just a great rod. Like dude, I still have this one, the first one I bought, and I've had them for almost close to over, a year and a half, 2 years on them.
Yeah.
A long time. And look how much I fish.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The things
you
are
beat the shit
exactly.
out of them.
I beat the shit out of them things, and they're like still new. Like, yeah, they look dirty because I'm, whatever. But if I washed, they look still brand new. I'm like, dude, that's all. Yeah, that's how. So I figured out the rod thing. I wanted that.
Yeah.
And Ben's a super fucking cool guy, and I definitely, supporting him, felt better about that. And then reels, I've kind of had a problem with that. I like the Tranks and shit, 300s. I mean, I got some of them. But then I got some loose 300, the Tranks.
What do you think of that, the loose?
I like them. Dude, they only last, for me, the way I fish, they only last for 3 weeks.
Really?
They're done, yeah. I don't know if I got a couple lemons, but it's like...
I had a loose 200 I used for the surf.
200?
Lasted me 7 years.
Yeah, but
the 200 size.
Oh, okay, this is just a normal ones.
Yeah, I like the 300s.
Uh-huh.
It's the bigger 300s.
They're the Super Duty 300s.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had the Super Duty 200.
Okay. The normal, that's what I punch mats with, the normal, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd fish calico. I think I got a 7-pounder on it.
Really?
It held up.
No, they're good.
But,
There's a but, yeah. They grind out everything.
Yeah.
Like, I take it apart, dude. Like, the one that I had, I'm like, dude, it's 3 weeks old, so I took it apart. I don't think, honestly, you get a guy, right? I don't want to name, or whatever, whoever fishes for him professionally, right? Or whatever. They, hold this rod. Oh, yeah, look at this thing. It's so smooth and blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, but you actually throw an 8-inch bait or whatever with it and go out and fish it fucking every day for 2 weeks? No, you have not done that.
No.
So don't fucking act like it's the best fucking rod in the world. Or the reel. Sorry, you can't do that. Give the shit to me. I'll really tell you what the fuck the thing's going to do, So, after a while, I took it apart, though, and the whole thing is just, dude, the cement, everything, just grind it out. Done. Done.
How many fish do you think you pulled on that?
I don't know. Enough, but still.
So, see, I had
it should last longer than that long.
So, I know a couple of guys that will do R&D on some. I'm not going to say who because everyone will figure out.
Gotcha.
But, they'll take the freshwater guys out and they'll be like, hey, they'll catch this many fish, on one of these bigger reels. Mm-hmm. They'll take it out to the salt and beat the shit out of it. And it'll hold up to, a fucking big sheephead or something huge. Where they're beating the shit out of it. And I'm like, well, that's pretty good. I knew the loose that had a 300 in the white.
Well, inshore.
I heard that was the shit.
It could
but they don't make it anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? See, why does everyone do that? They get something gold and they fucking take it off.
You don't like
that's
the
right,
Corrado?
because it lasts too long. Because we don't make no
Right.
fucking money.
What about the Corrados?
Never used them.
Really? I have a couple Corrado 300s.
Yeah.
I like them,
Yeah.
But the Tranks is that's a lot of fucking money, bro.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right now I can't even find, where I live, I can't even find it. I can't find one in Taco Warehouse or nothing.
No.
But the thing I don't like about Tranks, though, the Tranks don't cast worth this shit. At least for me, they don't.
You don't like the
lose
Calcuttas,
will
though?
fucking...
Oh, you don't like the speed ratios on the Calcuttas?
Never used them.
Really?
It's too much money, isn't it?
Not the Butch uses the fucking 300 Bs.
Really? How much do they cost?
$200.
Oh, 200.
Fucking
That's not
use
bad.
150,
Yeah.
200.
See, if I spend 200, I don't know. They last at least 2 months for me. I'll just take them, throw them out, and get another one. That's basically what it's like a wet saw for me.
Fucking money back. A wet saw.
Yeah, because that's what I'll go to Harbor Freight if I do a quick,
Really?
house.
You'll just buy the Harbor Freight
well,
ones?
that they say. You're good for maybe a house or two. You fucking spend $300. You make fucking $5,000 on a floor,
Yeah.
and you just fucking throw the motherfucking
Maybe
dumpster.
you do because you do some custom ass shit.
Well, yeah, or a bathroom or something. That's just what they're made for, though. They're throwaways. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like some of these reels are. It's like, dude,
it's probably
they're not.
You figure the typical angler, not someone that really fishes a lot.
Yeah, I'm not a weekend fisher, so it's
And they're fishing maybe 15 times a year tops.
yeah,
tops.
Yeah,
So it's like that thing might hold it for the year.
Yeah, that's
but
what
you're
it's
like,
built for.
I'm going 15 times in 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Probably more. But so that's and grinding out. Throwing them baits. I put pressure on them, so I guess maybe they are built well, and I'm just wearing them out too hard. I don't know, but it's not stoked. I like the way they are when they're brand new, but after about, like I said, 2 or 3 weeks, they're just garbage, and you're like, whatever.
Well, so I guess maybe you gotta try a couple more reels now.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be getting in your DM. Try this, bro. Try that.
Yeah, I know. Maybe try the Daiwas. I heard they're pretty good. So
I don't know. See, I don't throw a lot of big
Really?
swim baits. I use for saltwater. I love the Tatula 300.
Yeah.
bait.
Okay.
I like the T-wing. I feel like I can cast 2 miles with that fucking thing.
Gotcha. Hey, I'm I don't know a lot about anything of that. I'm in a bubble. I find one thing, I'll just use it. I just want to go fish. I'm not I probably should get a little smarter about that. Maybe, I don't know.
What about recently? You caught 3 fish for 15 or something? What was it?
No, that was 2.
2 for 15?
Yeah, 15 pounds. That was on this lake called Team Goodwin, actually.
Are you sure you want to give that away? People might be listening.
Nah, dude. Florida ain't. That's the thing with Florida. I don't. What are they gonna do? Put me in fucking bass jail? Fuck care. Florida, dude, they ain't doing what I'm doing anyways. So I don't give a shit. It's like when people ask me, how'd you do? And I look at them, I go, it doesn't matter how I do because you're not doing what I'm doing. So it doesn't matter. I'll tell you whatever I did. And then vice versa with them.
No one's fishing swim baits, really, in Florida, where you're at.
Not that I know of, man, really. I mean, there are. I'm sure there's guys out there doing it. Maybe they're just quiet, which is totally cool, yeah. I don't know really about it. I think I know one dude. I don't know. Not near I. Everyone looks at me like I'm crazy, really. They're like, what the hell? That's kind of
weird, man, just living here in California and someone going, dude, what's a swim? What are you throwing? Yeah. It's like, fuck, man. Everyone, their mom's fucking throwing swim baits right now.
I mean, I'm sure they throw them. They just don't do what I'm do grind as much as I'm doing. Or what do you call that? They're just, sorry. They're just
all you're doing is, where did you guys go?
What?
To eat?
I don't even know what it was called, dude. Place? Yeah, I ate a big hamburger.
Good.
It was so fucking good.
Did you get a beer?
No, I didn't. I waited to get here.
That place is
I don't know
good
what was it? I don't even remember. It wasn't even that far from here. You're not far from it. You're right down the road.
I think we went there when we ate.
Did you?
Yeah, it was fucking good.
I was like, yeah, I'll eat a burger. But what was I saying? No, but yeah, people look at me like I'm nuts, like all day. What was I gonna call that? Yeah, most people probably want to swim bait. I call them when it's convenient. They want to swim bait fish when it's convenient for them. They don't just grind all year round like what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah.
Which it is a grind. I'm not going to say it's like, oh, every day. Fuck no, dude. There's days, I want to fucking break every fucking thing, sink the boat, and fuck off. Go home. I'm done. I don't give a shit. Trust me. My wife's like, no, you're crazy. Just because she knows if I stop fishing, I'm really going to go fucking crazy. Because I don't do anything else. I don't really surf or skate or wait. I don't do shit no more. Fishing's like my...
to get away.
It levels me out. It gives me, because I'm kind of high strung and I got to be doing something. And fishing actually fucking calms me down. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm out there and it just tames me how to just chill out. When you're skating all your life.
It's almost like therapy, somewhat.
It is, yeah. Right? And then especially when what's cool about it is taking my family. Like, well, my daughters don't like to go,
But your wife,
my son and wife, they're on and they love it.
And she's on.
Oh yeah, my wife is gnarly.
Like, man, she's setting the hook, dude.
Dude, she'll outfish me sometimes. She's like, let's go. She wants to go. And that, for me, helps me with what I want to do, what I'm doing so much to have a woman like that she's so into it and so supportive of every little part that I do in this, And she loves it. That just makes it, I don't know, it's so different. I can't explain how fucking cool it is to have that. It is nice. And to take care of the kids and do what she does.
And you fish
fucking
solo
amazing.
A lot of the time, or with the family?
I just go solo. I go solo a lot because there is time where I'd like to be alone and just do that because I'm trying to like really figure out these fucking fish and I'd go out to try to look for them for my kid and wife, or sometimes I like to bring my other friends. I have a couple friends I like to bring and to like my friend Paul.
Does he fish swim bait like you?
Yeah, no, he doesn't, which is cool because I like that he throws conventional too because I want to see what they're doing.
It might be a different, like you might just, I would take a friend that I like to hang out with.
Yeah,
just to fuck on talking.
Yeah, talking bullshit, of course. He's a great friend of mine now, and I kind of recently met him in the last year here, and we became pretty good friends, and he'll throw the big bait. He caught good ones on the big bait. He'll throw his chatter baits and all that, but it's kind of cool. I can see what they're doing. It gives me more of a knowledge of what's going on, We'll punch mats together, and, they're buried today. They're not going to eat swim bait. Let's just, punching mats to me, I'll never stop doing that shit. A lot of people haven't done that. That shit's a rush, too. It's kind of like swim baiting. Like, you don't just sit there and flip. When it hit it's pretty gnarly. I like that a lot.
It's kind of like calico fishing. You fish a
maybe, yeah.
Oh yeah,
just pull. Yeah, I heard them fish are crazy.
Yeah, that's
crazy
why I'm like, fuck.
Dude.
If we could set up the time, I'd be like, fuck, man. That would
I'll talk to Paul. See what he says. The guy I'm staying with, Paul Burton. Yeah, that guy. He actually talked about Paul Burton. He's the one that actually got me going into fishing like I am.
Hard.
Yeah.
So this is cool for local guys. You stay at Canyon Lake every year with them.
Basically, yeah.
Canyon Lake a little bit.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
Me and Mike really pinned it out, though, this last 2 days. Me and Mike Gilbert, we really, like he was like, oh, dude, this. Like, he texted me the first time we went, and he got home that night. He's like, oh, look at all this, and we hit it. And there was fish there, but these fish are just plain.
Did the day 2 make any changes from day 1?
No. Well, no, we found the fish. We found fish.
But you couldn't just get them to bite.
They were just French kissing. They were kissing, pecking. They weren't, dude. They would just come up and, like, Mike would throw that 250 glide bait, dude, and drag. You see like 5 fish just show up from underneath the dock, come from the deep, You just kind of nose it and go back down.
Fuck,
Crazy.
dude.
And then he finally hooked one, though. He did. I felt like an idiot. He got one. It was like probably a 5-pounder, maybe a 4-pounder, right? You know, all
you
the
guys,
days. He's like, come on.
deal.
Yeah,
So
no,
he
well, we didn't catch a fish yet. He's like, come on. And I'm like, oh, and I look over. I'm kind of like, I guess I'm an asshole. I'm like, I just flipped that thing. And he's like, grab the net. I'm like, oh, and I went to grab the net and it came off. I'm like, oh, man, I'm sorry, dude. He was like, I'm like, that's my bad.
Did he get
mad? No, he didn't at all. No, we were laughing at it, but I was like, oh, Florida. I would just fucking toss him up.
But I mean, it's cool that you came every year. You conventional fish that lake a lot then with your bud.
What's that?
Canyon.
A little bit, yeah.
Because is your buddy? He's been
well,
fishing.
I've been coming here now too. Like I was surfing a lot and skating and shit. I just come visit them. You know, like
so
I
you
said.
do this is wakeboarding pretty much, right?
Wake skating. Well, I wake skated professionally.
What the fuck is that? I don't even know.
Wake skating is like wakeboarding, but without straps. It's a whole different.
Explain. Break it down.
Oh God. So me and my buddy Robin knew, which he passed away, but he actually was like, dude, you gotta check out this. You know, we were skating. I'm like, you gotta check out this wake skating shit. It was all new. Like no one even knew about it. And it's just like skateboarding on the water. It was pretty sick. So you can go behind a boat, behind a jet ski. You can winch. They had these winch. You'd take this winch to like a waterfall thing.
I seen
kick
the
flip,
winches.
shove. Oh yeah, all that shit.
And it just pulls you fast as fuck.
Yeah, like 20 mile an hour, 22 mile. You know, doing a kickflip going 22 mile an hour. It's pretty fucking sketchy.
Flipping on the water.
Yeah.
So how did your feet? They're just like.
It's a whole different type of kickflip. No grip tape.
Dude, your feet must be fucked.
Oh no, you wear shoes. Yeah, no, fuck, you would be done. That thing would split you in half. Yeah. No, I've like broke. You can like break femurs and shit with this shit. It's
so you have
gnarly.
competition. And
oh
everything.
yeah.
How long did you do that for?
4 or 5 years.
When you were 20s.
It was actually my late 20s. I did it from like 27 to 31 or 30 or something.
God, that's old to fucking be doing. I mean,
no, I have some fucked up energy in me, man. Yeah, I'm a little bit. I calmed down a lot.
What were you doing before that?
I was just surfing and skateboarding, skating a lot more. You know.
Did you come here and skate a lot?
Yeah, here and there. More surf than
Yeah.
here. I mean, just random everywhere. Backyard ramps, all that, you know, everything. But skating, you know, was my main thing I wanted to do until, you know, I got old. Like I said, skateboarding will take a toll on you early. At least it did for me a little bit.
Did you get back into fishing? What was your dad? Your dad, is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Does he fish with you?
He's getting old, man. He's almost 80. And
Oh, okay.
He's like old, and if I take him, I gotta like he can only be out there for
a couple hours.
You know, he's just old. He wants to, but he'll just pass out. It's hot. Florida's hot, super
I
hot.
bet, dude.
Yeah, and I took him out the last time. It was actually 2 years ago. He almost passed out. He's
fuck,
kind of
that's scary.
yeah. You know, he's on med. You know how it is, man. They get old, man. And it
Quick.
sucks. Yeah,
I mean, dude, time flies, man.
it does.
But so you were around for the hurricane, the tornadoes, was the hurricanes in Florida?
Oh, dude, I've been through every one of them.
So I was there. I was 12, and I went to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
And I flew over. I was going to Key West. I did all the island thing.
What year?
In 92.
That was a long. Wait, that was when Andrew came through. I think
That was the big one.
Dude, that was probably one of the gnarliest hurricanes we've ever had.
I was driving.
And you were in the wrong spot with that.
No,
one.
it was over. It happened. It already happened. I was driving, looking, and even flying, and everything was just gone, bro.
Oh yeah,
Gone.
It would.
Did it hit
That
you?
was no. Well, the thing with that hurricane, it was so small, and that's when they're kind of more dangerous. There was a compact hurricane, so when that thing hit Miami, it just exploded Miami and a little bit of Lauderdale mostly. Like we felt winds, but we were kids when that happened. Like we were young. Remember?
14, 15?
No, we were in driving. Yeah, 16.
Yeah. Okay.
So I remember when my buddy, we just got our driver's license. He did. He's like, oh, let's just fucking run back and forth through the turnpike. So we were just being stupid kids and fucking winds blowing fucking 80.
Yeah.
But down there, it exploded the whole goddamn.
Have you
the
been in them
place.
before?
Oh yeah, no. We
Do
had
you have
two
shelters and shit?
We do, but I don't go. I don't know. They throw parties. You have a party. You're like, oh, it's coming. Like France. I think
serious?
it
You
was
had
Francis
fucking-
and Jean in 04. I could be wrong. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. We sat through two of them right in my house, dude. Fucking two category 3 or 4 or something.
Dude, that's like
2 in a
fucking
row.
Twister,
Eyes
bro.
hit. Oh yeah. No. Well, that's the thing. The tornadoes inside of the tornadoes around them are what the danger part, not the hurricane. I mean, yeah, it's scary. And I think the underneath of the hurricane's the worst part, not the top or the eyes. I think the most powerful part is on the bottom, I think. I'm not a meteorologist, but I think that's what it is.
Well, that's like us in fucking earthquakes. It's like,
yeah. Dude, but they fucked the fish. I remember I forgot what hurricane it was. It came. We were fishing this Corey place. Oh my God, the day before it came, like you could feel it. We were fishing. Oh my God, the fishing was fucking great.
It was great before it?
Fuck, yeah, the pressure just dropped so down, and dude, they just fucking light up.
You guys knew it was coming too?
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, you're like, oh, you're about to get fucking plowed. We're out there fishing, like nothing's going on. Fucking me and my wife and my son. It's getting close. We might want to go home. Hucker down. What sucks about that, you go home, you hucker down. Guess what? Oh, you don't have power for a whole month. You're like, fuck. Let me tell you something. A month or even 2 weeks without power in Florida in the summer fucking sucks. Like,
what do you have?
Sweat balls. Yeah, I got one finally.
Now you had to. You're like, dude. Fuck this, bro.
Yeah, I was like, dude.
Do they have solar there?
I don't know.
Really?
I think they do.
No, not
the panels. Oh yeah, they got fields now. They got.
Can you get them on your roof?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I see. They got.
You got to get that
Tesla
fucking block for the side of your house.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. I heard about it.
Let's go back to those two big fish. Talk about that story.
Oh, the 2 for 15. Yeah, it was actually the second time that I fished this place. It's called Tim Goodwin. It's only open on Thursdays, and you're only supposed to have a boat in there, or you can have any boat in there, but you can't run an engine over 40 horse. Like run it at a 90. I'm running it. This old man comes to me. I dropped a boat in before I went that day. He's like, or no, that was the day after. I'm sorry, but I dropped it in. He's like, hey, you can't have your boat in here. I'm like, yeah, I can. What do you mean? I can't run the engine. Like, yeah. And he kept coming like, no, get your boat out. I'm like, dude, first of all, mind your business. Don't worry about what I'm doing. It's like 6 years old. I'm like, dude, come on, man. And my buddy Paul's like, oh man. And I'm just like, go away. He starts like charging at my boat. Like, trying to go up. I'm like, I walked. I go, don't walk on my. Go, like, get out. I'll take the ticket. Like, don't worry about me. I'll take the ticket. Yeah. Just mad. And I'm like, get out of here, man. He's like, ah. I'm like, dude, I don't want to have to bear hug you and fucking just squeeze on. Stop. I'm not gonna punch a 6-year-old man. Get out of here. I was like, come on, dude. Paul, we're laughing, and I'm like, so we start trolling out, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I gotta take the I gotta go. I gotta fucking get across this lake.
Yeah.
Dude, lake's this deep. Whole fucking lake.
That's why they said don't.
Well, no, he wasn't because of he just didn't want me fishing in it. These old men are like real, like my
this
lake.
Is my fucking
spot.
I
was like, dude, I'm not even throwing.
It's only a couple, like a foot deep, the whole lake.
Foot deep, 2 foot at the most, dude. And there was one channel that was like 3 or 4 feet. So what I did, I just fucking, I want to go to the other side. Like, that's where all the fish are. So I just fucking get it. And there's hydrilla everywhere. That's all. No, that's the whole issue, really. If it was that deep, I know I could, dude, I just pin it in the 4-foot.
Can you explain hydrilla real quick? Because there might be people that fucking, what the fuck is that?
Hydrilla is just a grass that grows or a weed. I don't know. It can grow like.
But it's thick as fuck.
It's thick. It can be thick as fuck, yes. And it grows gorillas.
And it fucks your prop up.
What's that?
And it fucks up your prop.
Well, it don't fuck my prop. I mean, if you know what you're doing with your prop, spin it in, spin it out, keep it off. But yeah, it can bury you, and you can get stuck in that shit. Like an engine like mine, if you're really thick in it, like a carpet, we call it carpet. Mm-hmm. You can't get out. You can just like keep, and you'll burn your engine up. You got to make, So I was saying, you go. It's just a real thick plant, yeah, and it grows. It can grow like acres in like a day or two. It's crazy, like how it's fucking nuts. It's out of control. It is, but I just say they spray it. I'm like, I don't know. They can control it a little bit, but I think they just go crazy with a spray. But I took that boat, man. I got it on plane at 4 foot, and I just turned in and just didn't stop. 1 foot of water all the way across that thing.
Hold on for dear life.
Fucking engine hitting. You're like, oh my God! If I hit any type of sandbar at all, we're fucking gonna get injected. Just bouncing. I'm like, dude. We get over there.
Why did you do that? You had a good feeling, or you already knew you're gonna.
I went over there one time without my friend that day. I was sorry. I was telling you a story that happened after I caught them 2 fish. I don't know why.
No, keep telling me what you're fucking doing.
But then I went before that alone. I did that. No one was there that day. It was only like 5 guys, and everyone was cool. But I went over there. I was like, that's the day I went. The second time I've been there was when I did that. Got them 2 fish, and me and my pole before. I'm like, we were scared. Like, dude, we can't go across here. We'll get. Who knows what will happen. He wasn't with. I don't like put people's life in danger if they don't want to.
Of course.
And I was like, I'm by myself. I'll fucking just do it. Run across, fucking got across. I hit the other side though, and I thought it was a canal, ended up being shallower towards where the fucking road was, which you would think it'd be deeper because they dig it and they put a road on top. So I'm like, dude, the closer you are to the road, obviously, is where the fuck tractor grabbed it and scooped it and put it up on the hill, whatever. Dude, I'm fucking in this deep of water. And the engine just goes, bah, 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 bah. And I'm fucking, and I'm like, holy shit, the whole thing mudded out. I had to flush it for like, dude, it was gnarly. Dude. So I get out of there. I finally get over to the other side, and the whole trench was like mud. And I went out of sight. There was little channel cut-offs where it was. Did I get out there, and it was just this prestige water with crystal clear water with hydro. It looked beautiful, like a bass heaven. I'm like, ooh. And it was cold. It was freezing cold that day. And I was like, fuck. And I was throwing a soft bait for like an hour. I'm like, dude, they're not going to bite this because they're just buried.
Yeah.
And I need something to draw these things out. I need that. And I want them to hear anything, hook out of whatever. And sure as shit, I pulled that tiny clash out. And, oh my God, dude. It was one cast after another.
Do you fuck with the tiny clash and change it away or just whatever?
No, like when I was here, I put the lip in, put the tail stock. I call it stock. I use it stock when the way it comes in the box, how I use it here. But when I'm at home, I take the lip out, take the tail, flip it upside down.
You kind of want it to float a little more?
I want it to float as much as it can.
Okay.
And then the more I rip, the more deeper it will go, I guess, for me. But with the lip, it'll go, whatever. But in the hydrilla, you have to have that thing as high, Because what it does, that hydrilla will sit. A lot of it will sit like, I want to say 1 foot to 6 inches under. And that bait, the way I said, without the lip and the tail upside down, if you don't work it, like I kind of rip it. I don't just steady glide it. Mm-hmm. I want that thing to react. I want to.
Like a jerk bait almost.
Yeah, okay. Exactly, almost. So it kind of goes to like 6 to 1 foot. But you can rip, if it hits hydrilla, you can still rip the hydrilla off. But sometimes you're just buried and you're fucked. But dude, them fucking fish that day, I probably caught like 63 pounders. That day I got them too. But the one cast, I hit this one area and I just went, don't, bum, bum, boom. I was like, whoa. I thought it was a bowfin because I caught like a 20-pound bowfin before that fish too. I was like, fuck. And then I threw him like, it hit just, I was like, whoa, like hit it because they hit like hammers. And I started really got close. I'm like, holy shit, that's a fucking giant 8-pounder. Boom, okay. Fucking weigh it, put it on the board, dump it back in. Dude, same spot, I swear to God. Bam, 7 3/4. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah. I was already kind of pumped. I'm like, all right, I'm good.
So you caught those two plus how many other fish?
Probably at least like 40 to 45 fish. 2 and 3 and 4. 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Didn't catch a 5 or 6 that day. It was weird. Oh. But the last week before, I caught a 6 on the other side of this lake. This lake, no one even fishes, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter anyway. It's fucking, dude, you drive down this crazy, it looks like Africa. It's fuck.
It's like the hills have eyes and shit.
Yeah, you're way in there. Bird watchers. There's like bird watchers. They go back there and actually watch birds. You ever heard of them people?
Yeah.
They just fuck. I'm like, I was like, you're watching birds? Like, what the fuck? And they just, there are hundreds of cars. I'm like, God damn, you guys are all into this shit. But that's all you see back there, really.
No one's fishing.
They're fishing. It's all the locals more, but that actually got hit too by a bunch of tourists. We got hit hard this year by a lot of tourists.
Fishermen, tourist fishing.
Yeah, I think. Well, that area up there is getting
a lot of YouTubers.
No, this is like older, like Northeast people. They're older people, older men and shit.
They just hear about it and come down.
Yeah, they come down, and everyone seems to be pretty cool. But there's a lot of dummies too. But but it's all good. But
that's a fucking 2 fish like that's a big deal.
It is. It is.
You don't well them, then you just throw them back in?
I do, because a lot of our lakes are catch and release. As soon as you get them, weigh them, get your fucking glory shot, whatever, and put them back.
Oh, you can't well them then, some of those lakes?
No, really? Most of them. Cannonsville you can't, Garcia you can't, Headwaters you can, but I think you can keep a big one, which I don't understand it. Like, oh yeah, you can catch one big one and keep it, or this many at this many inches. I'm like, but at Stick Marsh, which is fucking down the road, you can't keep shit. What the fuck is that?
Who's it governed by? The state? What? Or is it governed by the private waters and shit?
No, it's governed by the state. It's all state. I think Headwaters is like, I don't even know. It's weird with Headwaters. I don't remember, but yeah, it's mainly governed. Yeah, state and all that shit.
Did you get
state
gators
parks
down there too?
Gators, dude. There's gators everywhere.
Fuck, that's scary, dude. Nah. Big ones ever?
Dude, the biggest gators I've seen out of all the lakes I've been to, either the east side rim canal before Mayaca, where I used to go a lot, or the worst part, or the biggest ones I've ever actually have seen have been the Monkey Box, the west side of Lake Okeechobee, called Fish Eating Creek. Me and my wife, we were like, let's go back there. Let's just take a romantic drive back there. And like, it's in the middle of nowhere. Dude, we're going back there. We get like probably 2 miles in. Dude, the creek's about as wide as 2 tables like this.
Fuck.
And I'm fucking, dude, I look on the shoreline ahead of me. I'm like, is that a fucking telephone pole like knocked over? There's like 3 of them, like fucking 14, 15-foot gators, dude. I get closer to just like fucking, dude. Scary.
Did you
fucking
just put it in reverse and fucking leave?
Yeah, kind of, and they're fucking going in the, you're like dinosaurs.
They'll flip your fucking boat over, bro.
When I don't care about them. I don't, I've had 4-footers when it's cold, go on my boat and sit on it and get some sun. I don't even bother them. Like, they'll get off in a minute and let them whatever. But when they're that big and they're breeding or nesting, whatever, they can get aggressive. I've had them come up to my boat, dude, and like, whack. Yeah, I'm like, whoa, motherfucker. Yeah, I got ones on video. That motherfucker came up, dude, trying. I was like, holy shit. My wife, get out of here. Freak out. I'm like, he ain't gonna climb, I don't think. He's pissed, but he ain't gonna go. I used to wake skate with him, dude. That was scary. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah. Fuck. You had no choice, dude.
Would they fucking be right next to you in the water? Like
the worst scenario I did run into, my buddy Rob, we were jet skiing. He was pulling me on a jet ski. What I like about the jet ski besides the boat, because the jet ski can turn the fuck around real quick, get your ass, pull you back up going. But the boat's like, but he was pulling me on a jet ski. I fell down, and I'm just like sitting there. I'm like waiting for him, rope, and he fucking goes. He's just pointing at me. He goes, I go, 8-footer from me to you, maybe a little farther. I'm just like, you didn't do nothing yet. I'm just gonna sit here. And he's like, you don't want to ski? I go, nah, that's cool. You don't think he'll just sit there? So I just waited for the rope. Okay, go. I didn't want to freak out. Then he could have fucking, yeah. I was just like, dude, it's just like a bee. Just sit there, maybe.
Just like a bee that will fucking bite your arm off.
Or a wasp, if you freak, and you're like, going through the wasp, they fucking gonna sting you. Just sit there. I still, what's funny? I'd rather deal with a fucking gator like that than a goddamn wasp, because they're everywhere, and I'm just all fucking swinging my pole.
Oh, there are a lot of fucking.
Yeah, my wife's like, just fucking stop. Like, just sit there. I'm like, fuck that thing. I'm fucking almost, dude, going crazy. She's laughing. I'm like, I'd rather deal with a gator than these things. I hate them, dude. They fucking hurt. They hit you, dude. But the snakes are the worst. The moccasins, dude.
They'll come up on you too. The water moccasins.
Dude, if you're in the water with a water moccasin, they will chase you. Straight up chase your ass and try to bite you. They're
scary.
They'll
come on your boat too?
I never had one. I've had them come at me, but I always see them and I'll fucking hit them with like, it was scared to fuck out of me. I just shoved my son in my rod locker once. It was cold out. It was cold out, and we were in Garcia, and we were in real shallow water. Kind of like if I just couldn't get in the boat and just go, because we were shallow, I kind of trolled in, and there was reed heads everywhere. These motherfuckers, like 4 of them, dude, were like, shoot out of this reed head. And they were thick. I was like, oh, fuck. And they were coming. And Kane's like, here comes 2 more. I go, get in the rod box now. And I had to take that, what is it called? That fucking push pole thing I had. Just fucking whacking them, dude. Because they were just finding somewhere to get warm. I still don't want them on the boat. I got my kid on the boat, dude. I don't like to hurt animals, but, dude, you ain't coming on this boat. No moccasins coming on this boat. Hitting them and try to keep up. One crawling halfway. I'm fucking back there like, wham, wham. It was scary,
like
dude.
Fucking Indiana Jones on
it was fucking scary. But that's the worst thing I ever had. But I've had like one like try, like, oh, he'll like swim at you, and you're like, dude, what's this fucking thing doing? And you don't realize the water's cold. They just want to be on something warm. I don't know if they'll come at me, but I'm sure they will.
Fuck yeah.
And because I've had it where I'm a kid, we used to swim across fucking rivers with gators and snakes. And bitches, dude, we swam across one time. My buddy. We climbed the concrete wall to go jump a bridge, and we're just on the wall, and this dude, the snake, was like, I was like, holy shit, he's coming, and we got my other buddy up, and the thing was going up the wall, like trying to get the wall. I'm like, dude, if that fucking thing gets up here, we're done, because when they bite you, you're dead in 15 minutes or something. Yeah, dude, they're poisonous as fuck. I think I've heard, I could be wrong, like the closest venom for us too is like in Palm Beach, and that's a half an hour away from where we live.
So you're done.
You're dead. Yeah, when I was
like fishing for bass in there, huh?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, Florida's got some creatures that'll it's not bad, but it's not safe. It's not really that safe.
Fucking that's crazy, dude. Like you don't
that's
think
what
of
I tell
that
people.
shit.
Oh, like Paul or some people at the gate, I tell them, they're like, fuck all that. Like, I'll have a gun. I don't blame you, Like, I'm just used to it. Dude, when you're on a 12-foot boat, what little John boat I had, when you see like a 9 or 10 and he's chilling next to you and you're in that, that's kind of like, like this, but they don't do nothing, they really don't.
That's when I'm in the ocean, I see a whale.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, see that.
So one time I'm fishing the kelp, kind of like,
yeah.
And I'm fishing weedless baits, and I'm like, what the fuck is that wake? And I see it coming, and the big-ass fucking 40-foot whale is going under my boat, scraping its belly on the kelp.
Does he go under your boat?
It's fucking
like a boat like what you have out there?
Yes.
In the
fucking
whale?
Huge, dude.
That was scary. Because that bitch, dude, a whale.
They'll fucking flip you out of the
water.
yeah.
Like
Dude, I was like, fuck this, dude. Let's get out of here.
That's what I was like. I think Paul was telling me last night about these fucking sea lions or whatever they are. These big motherfuckers just climb up on your boat and like, I'm
dude,
like, what?
Charles, you know Tatuna?
No.
He did some artwork for Swimbait Underground. You know the Elucid Beast design?
I think I'd have to see it. I'm kind of.
He's a big Swimbait he used to fish the harbors in his kayak, and he had a big fucker, like a male.
Yeah.
Like a bull fucking charge him. Fucking straight onto the beach, dude. He said he's going as fast as he can to get the fuck.
And they just fucking
they'll charge you.
That's crazy, dude.
But I mean, usually people they're not that crazy unless you got all kinds of bait. I'm fishing fucking lures. They're gonna fucking get me.
Wrong too.
Rona.
I swallowed it too fast.
He saw that video and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it right now too."
Yeah. Damn. No, I took a sip and took a breath. And I was like, "Whoa, catch yourself."
So California fishing wasn't what it's cracked up to be this time.
Well, like Mike explained, he's like, yeah, or even Ben too. He's like, they're like, yeah, dude, you just go through them phases where you're like, you'll catch one, a good one, a real good one, but then you're gonna go through that time for maybe a month, 2 months where you don't, and you build yourself to that where you get used to it. So when you do catch a good one, you're like, whatever. See, to me,
you want to catch.
No, I do want to catch, but I'm still, I want to see what this lake has to offer as big fish too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I like catching. I'm not going to lie. 4, 5, 6s. They're fun. 2 and 3s, no, I don't want them. That is one of the real, like, I want them off my hook. Yeah. Even the 4s, really. But they're fun. They are fun. But I want a big fish more. That's my really 80% goal, I still like fucking catch. Well, trust me, you're out there for 6, 8, 10 hours, dude. You don't catch nothing, you're begging for it too. You're like, good, just something hit the motherfucker, please. Please. We were like that yesterday. Please.
Nothing.
So yeah, but yeah, I want to see what these lakes do hold, The thing
Are you gonna go up north?
Where?
Soon? Delta?
I mean, I don't really know anybody up there.
Caesar, Toxic Baits, all those guys.
I don't know him.
Oh, they're all cool.
I've talked to Danny a little bit.
Danny's cool.
Yeah,
shit,
no, Danny seems really nice. Yeah, I talked to him over DM and stuff.
Yeah.
Mario, I can go to Mario too.
Cool.
Who else? I don't really know anyone up there. I mean, maybe I do. I just don't realize where they live.
So you're kind of solo, even back in Florida. You don't have like a lot of Swimbait dudes you talk to.
Not at all.
Just
Nothing.
through DM, and it's crazy because you're your own.
I'm my own person, dude.
Region.
I'm figuring everything out on my own. This is my own. Yeah.
There's no
nothing. Yeah.
You're gonna get dudes saying, "I fucking fish it, bro." Watch after this.
Well, yeah, probably. Whatever. I mean, yeah. I mean, I do. I have one guy that I kind of met, Dre. Mm-hmm. He's strictly all swim bait, But he lives kind of far. He meets me at the lake sometimes. He's cool to fish with. I like him a lot, actually. He's the only one that I know that will go out with me and really
swim bait fish all day.
Yes, he is dedicated. Dude. Yeah.
But at least you guys got a better bite over there. So then
it seems like we do, right? Yeah. I mean, back in the day, I heard it was a lot better, but yeah.
But I've heard now it's kind of like pressure too, dude. You think how many dudes are fishing on a lake, so you get
they see every same bait, I guess. See, I don't.
Fuck, dude. You hear people do weird shit, and you're like, I get it. It fucking works, Donkey rig 2 fucking, battle shads, whatever the fuck you're gonna do, A rig full of battle shads and the fucking, whatever it is, dude.
That'd be kind of sick, actually.
Oh, I'm sure someone's fucking
bunch
done
of
it.
6 citizens, shit.
Yeah.
Fucking heavy that thing with them. That'd be kind of cool.
But I mean, it's like a little different out here. I want to go out there and fish. I mean, it looks so fun.
Come to Florida whenever you want, man. Stay, whatever.
You don't travel up the coast at all to other states? Try the other stuff?
No.
Not yet?
No. I don't, like I said, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do the guide service too with it. I want to kind of share this with some people too and have them try it.
Especially it's so new.
It's new and it's still, it's still fishing and, I did a couple trips and a couple of them there wasn't fish caught and I hate that. But it's fishing, put on a couple on a bite. It's, it feels like you need more time with one client to really, how they fish or what they're doing.
Kind of like Manny, I think, does that.
Yeah, no, yeah. I talked to Manny a lot about,
He'll do a couple days instead of just one.
Yeah, just one, but, but then again, it's Florida and you do have a better chance of like, you're going to hit it. You just got to know what you're doing, really. Like with the soft swim bait too, especially. I try to tell these people, like when when that citizen or whatever fucking bait that's bigger than 7 inches or even 6 inches, let him eat it. Give it time. You know, these people are used to that. Don't move set. No, fucking don't do it. Unless a fish is 15 pounds or 10, you might. But let it eat it. Let it fucking eat it. They just don't know that, you know. And that's number one key of hooking and catching a fish to me with soft bait.
That's probably kind of like the guide service where you're gonna have to like tell these people, fuck man, this is what we do here. This is how it's done.
I was talking to Ben about that. Like when I do these guide services, you know, I want to get the rods that I use, and I want to get all the reels. I want to get the baits, you know, and I want to set them up with what I use to catch what I do. You know, bring in different. I mean, not whatever. If you know what you're doing, whatever. You know, but I'm saying for people that
going to get a hold of you, they want to fish like you're fishing.
Exactly. More than likely, yes, they do. So you know, got to get the baits. If they want to, you know, get their own stuff, whatever. But I kind of do want them to use what I'm doing because I know it works.
Yes.
And then kind of direct them towards what I do. And, you know, if you listen and pay attention, it's not that, you know. There's some technique in it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
some people can fish too fast, don't have the patience for it or whatever. But all in all, if you just chill out, pay attention, you can get a giant, dude.
Is there other guides on the lakes out there?
Yeah, there's shiner. A lot of conventional guides, a lot of shiner guides at this time of the year. Shit,
Shiners like
live bait, yeah.
No
wild
way.
shiners, dude. That's the thing, man. Them wild shiners, they get up to like 9-10 inches, dude. And they're catching giants, but it's not, you know. It annoys me now a little bit because I'm like, dude, it kind of fucks my bite up. You're splitting us, but whatever it is, what it is. But I'm just saying, and then because they can sit there, like you just go find a mat. You're like, oh, match right there. Okay.
Throw it under there. It'll fucking get big.
The thing to throw it by it, and the shiner's just kind of blah, 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 blah. And as soon as one gets hit or two gets hit, guess what? Well, the fish that are in that next mat over there, about 50 yards, even 40 yards, you wouldn't think the fucking swim, like, what's going on over here? Next thing you know, these motherfuckers just caught, like, fucking 46-pounders or fucking a bunch of 7-pounders. Yeah, dude. That's how, you know, on shiners. Yeah, live bait. Yeah, live bait's going to catch fish, dude, year-round no matter what.
They got to be eating. These fish got to get big.
Well, yeah, they get big. We got to think when they're in the mats, too, in the hydrilla. You know how much shit that holds? You crawls, eels, snakes, baby gators. They'll eat all that shit. Ducks, fucking. Oh, I seen fucking 8-pounders. You're like, the fuck? Yeah, in the morning, shit is wild. It's pretty cool. Oh, the Citizen coming up the hydrilla, dude. And when you watch them, it's so insane. It's just, that's what got me hooked. I was like, dude, the way they eat this thing is You think a frog bite's good?
Yeah.
Go throw that Citizen in the summertime and see, you'll look at your frog bite, maybe make it look like a retarded. Like, no. Get a 7-inch Citizen on top of that mat and watch an 8-pound. You're like, whoa.
Dude,
it's like, dude,
right?
It's nuts. Yeah.
I mean, and
it's not in a little slurp. There are things like, oh, that's a big one. I'm gonna have to like jump out of the water and like show my whole body 3 foot out and just fucking. You're like dumb, like shit. That doesn't make sense. That's what I was like, dude. This is fucking addicting. Like,
yeah,
I want to see this. I want to see that again. It only happens when it's kind of like hot though, when they're more active.
Yeah,
Florida fish get cold, dude. They're just like
done.
Dude, they don't want shit.
You can almost tournaments. Do you get tournaments on those lakes you fish too?
Yeah. Actually, Headwaters hasn't had any yet. I think they're trying to. Kenansville, not Kenansville, the one I studied at, so I did that lake because it's down like it's like a almost 17-mile long dirt road or whatever. People, you know, with their fancy boats and shit, they don't really want to deal with that road a lot. I mean, they come down there, but it's like, that's what I like about that road.
And that's the one they just opened.
No. This is one that's been open for a long time.
Okay.
Kenansville, yeah, it's on dirt road. Stick Marsh and Headwaters is on the same road. It's a dirt road too, but not as far. It's like 6 miles, 4 miles, whatever. But there's no, not that I know of. Tournaments, club tournaments.
Yeah,
like Garcia has it every Sunday, like shit like that.
Yeah,
I think all the tournaments that happen are more like up north and Lake Okeechobee. They still doing shit, but not in these little ones. They did the MFL ones there.
Oh, really?
Because these lakes I fish, they have Cypress, Kenansville, Stick Marsh, and Garcia. So it's like a 4-square, and they're all in the same area. But Kenansville's only one. You can't cut through all the road. They don't let you. So you have to drive all the way the fuck around, like the whole state, basically, to get to it. It sucks. Like if they opened the whole gate, you could hit 3 of these lakes in a day and it'd be insane. But they have one gate closed, so you can hit Stick Marsh and Headwaters, but just not Kenansville. But they did the MFL, like all them guys. It was like maybe like 3 or 2 years ago. They did it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
like, over here, they killed it. Whatever, Hackney, punching mats, all that bullshit. Whatever they did.
What do you think the big fish is going to be from? How big? You think that? What is the records you've heard around there? How about that?
There's been teeners.
Yeah.
Yeah, there has been 13s and shit. I don't know. See, a lot of people, they keep that shit quiet over there, man. A lot of older people and shit.
You won't
Keep
know.
it quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really. That's the thing too. I don't follow a lot of people that really know. I don't know. I keep to myself too. I mean, not to myself, but I like just pay. I'm in my own world. I want to see. But I heard, there's been a lot of 11s. A lot of, I wouldn't say. I don't think I could be. I'm probably wrong, but I never heard of anything like 15 or 16, I don't think, in Central Florida really caught. Stick marsh, yes, back in the day. Yeah, there was like six. Actually, there was one caught 16 that I did hear on live bait, though.
Okay, live
There's
bait.
Kenansville, and there was a little lake that they caught it on. This was a while ago. But this is hearsay. I don't know if it's true. 16.4 on a shiner. But to me, I'm like, that doesn't fucking count, but whatever. Like, come on, shiner, no. I know. But, yeah, it's big,
It is so cool for me to talk to you about it because it's like this is uncharted territory for you as a swim bait person and for swim baits. It seems like.
Exactly. It seems all new. It really
so it's kind of like.
Because I've been out. I don't care who says, "Oh, I've been out there." No, you haven't, because I was out there for the last 2 years. I ain't seen a motherfucker throwing a swim bait. Shit. You say whatever you want. Like, I feel like this is what I'm trying. It's crazy and it's phenomenal. It's fun.
No, that's what's so cool. And
I wish more people would sometimes do it. I mean, I like if I feel like I fish so much, I just want to see if other people,
Just you I
like to share,
What's in there? Like, what if some dude catches a 14?
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
I know they're in there.
Well, sometimes me and Paul, he'll take his boat sometimes. Be like, hey, you go check out that. I'll go check out this. But still, he'll throw his conventional and sometimes swim baits. Like, me and my wife and Paul went out. My wife was with me and Paul was alone. And he's like, I'll go check out when Headwater's open. We were trying to figure this thing out. He went to one side, I went to the other. Oh, my, I found gold. I'm like, get over here. Get the fuck over here. The next 3 weeks after that, we were popping 8s, 7s, 9s like they were fucking candy. It was insane. Fun.
Start calling all your buddies. Hey, you guys want to go fish?
We had fucking Roland Martin all sneaking up on us and shit. I'm like, really, buddy? Come on, man. I was kind of like, yeah.
That's wild.
I was like, but that guy, he's just,
He lives down that way?
Yeah, he lives right. I don't know exactly where he lives, but he was like guiding out of there and stuff like that. But
he still runs guide trips?
Yeah, I think
Oh fuck!
I had a buddy that just did one with him. I think it was 600 or 800. I want to say.
It's not bad.
No, it's not that bad. He's not that much.
Yeah,
no, it's not that bad.
Still,
you would think
cool.
it'd be like $2,000 or some shit.
Right?
Yeah, like,
tell me some stories.
Yeah, exactly.
One time, me and this hooker. That's what I want to hear, not the fucking fishing story.
There's something. Yeah. But no, it's just funny watching a guy. He's curious. He's all up there. My buddy's popping them 6 with that frog. Dude, they're like, "Fuck, we're gonna sit here." Like, no. It's like, that
shit happens. I'm sure
it does. You just got so. That's the thing, though. That's the thing with that lake when it opened. You just got so. Everybody was catching fish everywhere. Really, everybody was catching them. Frogs, worms, whatever it was, and it was unbelievable. It really was when it first opened. It was in the summer.
Yeah,
I caught that fucking 11.3 or 1 or whatever it was in the summer. It was a day before my birthday. It was August 26th, and I fucking remember it was 7 a.m, and this thing was 26.25 long. I was like, dude. In my head, I'm like, that would have been my fucking teener. February, March, it would have been my teener, because that's my goal, is to get a fucking teener.
That's just your goal. Period.
Yep. And I was like looking. I was like, why couldn't it have been on February? Like easily.
When you should be happy. Going, fuck, I got it, bro.
That fish that looks like that, like just straight stick of wood, like log, but it just needed that. To add that couple more pounds.
Yeah,
it would have been it. 26-inch fish, dude. That thing definitely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, at least, as much as I know. But you guys get the fish that could be 23 inches and weigh 14 fucking pounds. I'm just like, ooh, that's awesome. That's the kind of fish I really like. We can get 8-pounders that are fucking 25 inches. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah, and they like all head and look like a fucking, I don't know, fish model, like trying to be a supermodel. You're like, dude, that fish don't look right. It's weird.
What if you're gonna fish? What 3 baits do you have laying on the deck? How many rods do you usually take? 2 or 3?
Well, now 4 with I have the hard bait. The only baits I throw right now that I just kind of switch around would be. Battle Shad 7.5 is my favorite. That is the favorite bait that I will throw. Silver, just that. If I had a choice, I'd throw that fucking every day, all day. Think of it, it's just a shad. It's what they want.
Yeah,
they're fish. When people start getting they're fish, like you.
Yep.
And then when it goes from big to small, okay, hey, I'm gonna throw you a fucking fry. I'm gonna throw you a steak. What are you gonna eat, bro?
Exactly.
You're gonna fucking eat the fry. You're gonna fucking eat the steak. More than likely. If you're not in the mood for the fucking fry, I'll wait for you to eat the fucking steak.
There you go.
Simple. But Battle Shad 7.5, always a 6. I like the 6 is fun. 6 Citizen.
Yeah.
And the 2 hard baits, the Tiny Clash and the K9.
You like the K9 as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's been a fun one. I caught actually the last biggest fish I caught was on that one. At home in Florida, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I think so. I don't remember. But the one I caught here that was almost 8 pounds was on a Tiny Clash.
When was that?
That was about 4 days ago. It's 2 days before I fished with Mike.
Oh,
That's what I
that
said.
was here.
Yeah, dude, that was
Oh,
here.
fuck.
Because
Because
Paul's
I'm
like,
kinda-
whoa. Dude, it was funny. We were on this road in Canyon Lake, and he's throwing on the rock pile. I'm like, dude, it's the water is 60 degrees. They're out there. I think they're out there. I was like, and I asked him, I said, how deep's it out? Because we didn't have I don't know. I was like, he's like, oh, it's about 25 feet. I was like, Tiny Clash only going to go down probably 6 feet, maybe 4.
Yeah.
But the water was clear, and I was like, dude, this thing's, the way I got it set up, it's like not gliding, it's like flash gliding. I was like, it could maybe get a flash down there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude first got, bing, boom. Sure as shit. I'm like, oh, he's like, you stuck? No, dude, I'm not
Yeah,
stuck.
I'm stuck.
And he's seen it come up. He's like, holy shit. Fucking, they had no net. I'm just like, move. I got to flip it. You ain't grab it. You grab that thing, you're going to die. Your hand's going to get all fucked up. Flipped them right up, dude. I was like, dude, he's like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
They're out there.
I know.
Yeah. Well, you think, Florida is kind of, you would think it'd be the same way. If water gets cold, they go deep. They try to find something warm. But it's cold here. Seems more longer. Like, it's normal for it to be cold like this. Like, dude, last night, I'm every time I come here, I'm freezing. I'm like, this feels like fucking Canada.
What is it right
wrong?
now over in...
I mean, actually,
80?
my wife did. No, yeah, you get like 80, 85 already. Should be 90s, but we've been colder too.
Yeah.
So it's, but this is fucking 40. Like, come on, dude. It's fucking April.
Canyon Lake, not here. Here it's...
True, I did because I was driving. Like, I'm wearing I was freezing when I left. I'm like, gonna fucking swear in a hoodie. Still.
Yeah, over here, it's like, today it was warm. Probably like 75, 80 right here.
Yes, it said 77 or 80 when
Yeah.
I was driving. I was like, fuck, what the fuck? And I was eating lunch. But yeah, it's like, it's hot, dude. Florida's hot. But it's been colder, But what I was saying is a fish, I'm sorry, but they get cold and they see 25 feet, they're going to go down, dude, period. I don't care. And the sun on top of that with no wind, where are they going? They're sitting there just boop, 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 boop. They ain't doing nothing, dude. They're just sitting there and waiting for fucking evening or whatever. Actually, this was about 10:30 in the morning, actually, too.
Oh, fuck.
So give or take, I should have, you would think it wouldn't. They don't even really do anything.
You could always catch a swim bait at all time during the day. That's what they say.
Maybe. Yeah,
I'm
true.
this stupid idiot always going early.
That's the thing with me and Mike for fishing. Like, dude, it could happen any moment. It could happen any moment. It could happen any moment. It just didn't. Like, oh man. Want to start over? I'm sorry.
No, just start fucking talking. So here it is, guys. We stopped doing the podcast and he starts going off. Keith, he got comfortable after I stopped the fucking cameras and the mic, and I'm like, fuck, you should have been saying this on the podcast. So he got a good point, and he's talking about something. So the point he has is the difference is what you're looking at when you're fishing here.
Yeah, when
compared to Florida,
like California, when you're big swim bait fishing, like you got in these lakes. I was telling Mike, you find a rock pile, you find a ledge, or you find a rock pile and a ledge together. Then you have, okay, you feel like you found them spots. And then fish, where are they going to go? They're not going to go that far. Half a football field perimeter around there, especially if there's nothing past that around whatever. They're going to stay there. So that's what I feel with Florida. It's a constant battle of finding these things. These things move everywhere. They go from one corner to the fuck another because you got
you feel like you're chasing fish.
Yeah, a lot. You'll find, here, I will get to that. You'll find a pod. You'll junk fish, right? You'll blow through the lake, even in the middle, just blowing through. But the problem is this hydrilla grows differently every month. It could grow differently every week. Mm-hmm. And it seems like it makes it harder because they like to have like a sporadic patch that's sitting there, like say about 20 by 20, right? But on the outside of that, you have a hole that is lower and it's like 4 feet. And you're like, all right, cool. I found some. I hit a fish. I dropped a power pole, whatever I have. You fish it, they'll be there for about a week, maybe two, maybe. And after that, you go back after 2 weeks or whatever, that whole hole is grown out. And that whole thing turned into a carpet. And you're like fucking itching. You're like, dude, where did they go now? Oh, fuck. You're spending another 3 days.
You feel like your spots, you're losing your spots every 2 weeks.
Yeah, you can lose your spots every fucking 3 days to 2 weeks to a month. And that's why I think sometimes it can be frustrating. But when you're junk fishing, and that's why I think a lot of people, they just kind of like, you'll go from one corner to the lake, depending on what way the wind's blowing, and you go one corner, you'll blow through, won't catch nothing. Okay, let's fucking move about, 30, 40 yards over, go back, drive up, or drive back the same line you just did, scoot over 40 yards, fucking blow through it again. Because you can't really tell either until you're going over the whole lake and like, oh, dude, wait, look at that. Or look at that. Or wait, the wind's blowing fucking...
Are you using your electronics?
No. Fuck them things. I ain't video game fishing. So you're fucking...
You never use any fish finder?
Dude, I only use my fish finder if I'm fucking in a new lake and I want to know how deep it is. That's it. I don't know.
You feel everything.
I do. All that shit.
But you don't take notes?
No. Mental in my head. Yeah. I don't know.
No. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, so I think the difference you're kind of getting at.
That's what I was trying to say, because when you start figuring out how this wind blows, and you find your spot, like, oh, dude, like, say like last year in April, I found these 3 trails. Right, it was a long trail, a kind of long trail, and a short trail, and everything on both sides was open. Right, and there was nothing else around it. There was like hydrilla packs on the outside, like probably 50 yards on the other side of these trails, right over here. So what I was doing, I was throwing in the trail at first. I really wasn't getting hit, but then I started fucking throwing over the trails. Let it sink, dude, getting hammered. Boom! Get the fish, and that's how I figured that out. Then one day we were throwing out here, and I found pods of hydrilla out here, right? So for a whole...
So when you're saying pods of hydrilla, are they sunken?
Sporadic.
Down low. Better? Is it down low?
Yep, some's down low, and
so
some...
this is like... It could be high, it could be mats, it could be low.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, medium. Yeah, because say you're in 4 feet, the lake's low at that time, so it could be 4 feet, 5 feet deep. So the hydrilla could grow 2 feet, 3 feet, and in clumps, clumps separated. And there's and then next to that, it could be fucking sand, hard bottom. And you know what it is too. Like that's why I say fish slow too, because if you burn that bait and they're hitting the ball, they don't even give them time to even. I mean, they'll hear it go by, but they're not gonna be like. Whoa. They're just gonna be like, whatever. But if you're going slow and like kind of, and that's what I'll pull it, and I'll feel it stuck or just going over. And as soon as I feel it free, I'll stop, because when I stop, that bait, it goes down. Nose is down, and then sometimes because they're always on ambush mode. You got to think they got their nose like right there. They're like ready, and they're always looking out. And they see that they're going to come out, even if it's on a 6-foot patch by a 6-foot patch. He could be nosed over here, and that bait could be over here. Bass are predators. They're gonna fucking know it. He'll come out, and hit it. But that's the whole secret with it. My point was, though, you'll be hitting that spot. We had it for a whole month last April, and it was unbelievable. We caught so many fish. It was so fucking fun. Big ones, small, whatever. And but after May hit, like May, middle of May almost, whatever it was, the whole thing grew out. Okay, now what? Well, it's back to fucking searching, dude. And that whole lake, I've heard sometimes before I even fish that lake, that whole thing will get covered. The whole thing, except the channel. And they'll just sit in there, and you can't get to them. And sometimes it can kill them because it's too much. And they'll just sit there and, there's no oxygen. Yeah, some of it gives oxygen, but if it gets too much, it's just claustrophobic. They're just done. You know what I mean? But so that's what I feel that's different when you because I fish deep, like not deep, but deep to me is like 25, 30 feet, okay? Yeah. It's still pretty deep. Yeah. And like the rim canal. And I don't know if you've ever seen in videos off the pipe I fish. I fish this pipe.
From the shore, right?
Yeah, from down the road from my house. Yeah. That's like, I want to say the area straight out if you cast is like 15, 17 feet. But if I cast over about, I don't know, 10, 20 yards, it's 8 feet, right? Because they let that side of the lock always go, and it kind of draws out that hole, that eddy's right here. I don't know if it digs that part out, what the fuck it's doing. But, dude, you throw in there on this kind of 22 degree, and you bring it back, and it'll drop in that hole. The thing gets hammered. But what I'm saying is, I know where they're at. They're there all the time. I can go there and catch them fish almost all the time, depending on how much time I want to sit there and do it. Okay, yeah, sometimes I'll go there for half an hour. I'll catch maybe 1 or 2. I'm like, all right, I'm set. I'm good when I didn't go out the day to the boat, whatever. I had to do kid shit, whatever. And then sometimes I'll go out there for 3 hours. I'm like, come on, I know you're there. And I'll wait. And I'll serious shit, I'll get them. And the smallest fish I ever caught of that thing has been like 6 pounds. That's what I'm saying. This place, dude, they're eating something over there. I don't know what the fuck they're eating, but they have mouths like this big. Waste, no. Well, yeah, the farm runoffs and fucking who knows what. But their mouths are like this big, and they're kind of built like here. Yeah. Like, they're built different. They're heavy. They're literally like 20 inches away, like fucking 7 pounds. You're like, holy shit. Shit's all bone. They're big. But my point is, I know where they're going to be. I have all that shit figured out. It took me, 3 months. I'm like, all right, I know I can't cast that way, because if I cast that way, I ain't getting nothing back, because my fucking shit's going to get lost. Straight out and over and straight sideways. That's it.
So then
it's like
that might add to the pressure of California, is that everyone knows that fucking spot you found.
Everyone seems like here that they know, like if they see one guy, go, like say they follow Butch or whoever follows Butch or Gilbert, whoever the fuck it is. Yeah,
people follow Gilbert. Yeah,
they probably try to, but if you follow him and actually watch him fish, or you stay away from him, you're gonna know his pattern of what he's doing. And whoever it is might do that pattern all the time. Or like, oh, I got 6 spots, I'm gonna do that spot. Unless you're looking for other shit, blah blah blah. But like where I go, it's like, dude, it's that's always different.
That's the biggest difference for you, is to know.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go. You go. We're both. Hey, we're both ADD.
Yeah. No, what I was saying is, sometimes it's annoying, but sometimes it's a challenge. But sometimes the challenge is so tough it can fucking be annoying. You're just like, fuck, dude. I gotta like you'll get settled in to a point. You're like, all right, cool, man. I feel like I did something. I found them. I can like chill for a while, because sometimes you only get 2 days out of it. That's what fucking pisses me off. I can't get at least a week out of it. I did that. And I see some stupid pack of shit grow there. I'm like, motherfucker, that's going to move them all the way the fuck over there. Or the wind, because you got to think it's wind too. They're going, oh, the wind's blowing east today. Well, they're going to follow. No bullshit, they're not going to follow the wind. They're going to go fucking the other way and not go against the wind. But do you know that? But it's because sometimes I'll go to the bank when the wind's blowing southeast. It's weird, because if it's a straight east, because this lake sits, in a square. And the wind mainly in Florida blows either east or northeast or southeast, barely west, and we don't get a lot of west wind. But when it does blow west, I'm giving away the secret. When wind blows west, I don't care, it's fine. When that wind blows west, go to the east side of the lake and fucking deal with the wind. Trust me.
But this is the thing, is you're not giving away secrets, because like you said, when you find that bite, you got it. You could almost go, hey, this might last. Call your client. Hey guys, this might last for a couple days. Fucking let's go do it.
Yeah, the wind only blow a little bit like that. What I'm saying is, I had a guy that actually went fish. He's like, oh, I'm going to go out to Keensville. I'm like, oh, I'll probably be out there too. And I went out there, and he's a good fisherman too. This guy, like, he's really good. Like a snook fisher. He's good for whatever. He's like, I only caught, I didn't really catch anything at all. Like maybe a couple 2 and 3 pounders. And I'm like, oh, dude, I caught like a bunch of 6s. I got a 7. And he's like, well, I was looking kind of like, I was kind of thinking they'd be in the middle betting. I'm like, no, the wind was too much to really look for that right now. I'm like, when that wind, I was telling him, like, blow west, go to the east wall. And, dude, they're buried. They're following that for some reason. I don't know why. But next time when you go there, go to where that wind's just blowing in the mats. Because there's mats. And what they do, these mats will, like, because all the mats, too. See, there's so much I could say about this, dude. There's so many fucking mats right out there. Like, it's nuts. And if that wind blows west over 25 miles an hour, it's going to all fucking blow on that side. And what it does, it creates these fucking points in and out, or whatever.
Of the mats.
Yeah, the mats. It got points. And them fucking fish are going to blow with it. And they're going to be like, oh, fuck. They're just going to be on kind of... Yeah. Sometimes they'll go in deep and they won't be out. And that's when I'll punch. And if I don't get bites, I'll check. And I'm like, okay, they're way back there. Yeah. Fuck it. But most of the time, they're just kind of like, they're just cruising around them points, and it's crazy. But it's so fucking badass. But now when the wind blows east, still stay on the same side. I don't know why. That's go.
Weird. Yeah, see, that's like...
But I've noticed, too, I might sound crazy. People are like, you're out of your fucking mind. But this is what I do, because I fished a lot of that lake for a lot of time. But if that wind blows southeast, they seem to want to go, like, it seems like they want to pull more in the middle more. They start moving around a little more. But I've noticed if it's straight east or straight west, they always hang on that east wall. I'm sitting here giving every goddamn thing away. But then, but when that wind fucking does blow like northeast, southeast, or southwest, northwest, whatever, it seems like you could just kind of travel through, and you'll find pods. They do pods, Oh, I found a school. But them schools, dude, they seem like they don't, stop. If the wind's blowing, they'll school, you'll find them. Stay there. The wind stops blowing, they'll chill. But if the wind keeps blowing, it seems like they do just move more. They're just going everywhere. They're falling shad probably.
But this is the challenge to you. It's not only fishing.
Oh, it's
just a regular fishing. It's reading the conditions.
Every day. A lot more. Yeah, every day.
Not just one day. Not just finding some structure for the day.
Every day. Because, dude, Florida's weather is just fucked every day. It's like, don't get me wrong, summertime, you get them July days, August days. You're like, dude, okay, what we got today? 5 to 10 mile an hour winds out of the east, bluebird skies, and hot as fuck. You're like, dude, but I want to go grind. That's when it's tough.
And you'll catch them still sometimes.
So, yeah. No, early morning.
That's it.
Got to get up at 4, get out there at 6, set all your shit up, go till like 10 or 11. You'll have a good time. After that, you got to be a grown man with a lot of grown ball hair to stay out there that long, because you will melt literally fucking on your boat and die. It's hot.
Oh, I bet.
It's hot. Dude.
Dehydrated, drinking water
But
motherfucker.
the thing is, when
drinking Mountain Dews.
Then like,
Fuck
yeah,
no,
until I fucking boom, fucking pass out, die. But no, but the thing is, when the wind blows like east, like 15, maybe a little more on a hot day, it actually feels like AC. Because it's humid. It's not out here. You're dry. You're like, eh. Yeah. You're all dried out. You sweat, and it feels like air. So you can chill with it and maybe handle it. It's still hot, but it's not as bad when there's no wind. Dude, no wind, bluebird sky, anything. Just
done.
But I want to fish. You don't
fish like Barramundi? They don't have farms over there, Barramundi farms?
Yeah, they do. I've seen a couple posts on that with some pages.
You never tried it? You don't give a fuck, huh?
I don't give a fuck.
All about the largemouth.
I want big bass, dude.
You never fished those? They have the redfish out there too, right?
Oh yeah, they got all kinds of shit out there.
You don't fish none of that shit.
No, I don't. People think I'm crazy. They're like, dude, just go. Like, I'll always find it. I just like, I don't want to get sidetracked, dude. I got to do my shit.
This is your plan. This is what you're.
I can't do tile no more. And I got a cool chance to start like guiding and showing people some of these bigger fish with these baits if they're into doing it.
Do you have a website and everything?
No, I don't. I'm working
on
all of it.
Man?
I know. Hey, Instagram goes a long way, it does. And
plug your Instagram too, because you didn't do that.
It's K7E6ITH, Keith Wilson.
Okay. So, and they could DM you for a guide trip.
Yeah. And and the thing is, this isn't going to be at least not now, but I got to do drops with the guide trips, because I still got to keep attractive fish, to find fish, and I still have my hobby with fishing and filming. That's what I like to do. So that's still what I want to do. So I'll kind of like always, right now, I'm just kind of, maybe open a week, fill it up.
Well, I'll promote it on the podcast. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many people I got from Florida listening, but maybe it's going to be summertime. People want to travel.
Yeah.
Might be time for dudes to come out and maybe, do a trip with you.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want people to get scared because it's summer and like, oh, it's too hot. No, dude, summer's good. I'm just trying to figure out how I can fit a full day in the summertime, maybe like do 4 hours morning, go chill, go to wherever you're staying, and
get fucked up, bro, and then come.
I'll come back the next morning and do another 4 or whatever. I'm trying to figure it all out.
Can you do evening bites there?
You can, but to me, the thing is, if I do a day trip and I do an evening bite, that's going to be a long day for me because I'm an hour and a half away from the lake. Okay. So, like, say I meet someone at 6 and I go till 10 or 4, whatever it is. That means I got to go. Who knows where I'm going for the next fucking 4 hours and wait and go till 8. You know what I'm saying? So I got to figure it out.
Two different people. You know what I'm saying? Like do like a morning, do an evening.
That's what I mean. Even what am I going to do in that?
Fucking sleep. You're getting paid, bro.
Sleep where?
In your car.
In my truck? Yeah. Oh God,
air conditioning, bro. Go swimming with the fucking gators, bro.
Nah, dude. Morning, I'm done. Or evening, only evening or morning. That's you just give me an idea. See, I could just do an evening thing too. People like, I want to go from 3 till dark. All right, we'll do that.
That's what I'd be into.
There you go.
I fucking hate waking up early.
I just don't. You know what it is with me, man? When I go to work, right? When I'm done, I'm fucking going home. Like when I do tile. Like I don't understand when people go to work for 8 hours or whatever. They're like, "Oh, let's go take an hour lunch." Fuck you. It doesn't take me an hour to eat a fucking sandwich. I'm gonna
eat it. Done.
I eat 3 bites every hour. Like, dude, I'm going home an hour early. Like, nah, dude. Yeah. That's why I started my own thing doing tiles. Like, dude, I can't handle your hourly fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
No, well, I got other shit to do. I ain't fucking sitting for an hour.
You'd rather bid a job and just fucking do the job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Work by the hour, work by the job.
There you go.
I can't do that. That's stupid. That's no.
Well, fucking thanks for dropping that little nugget.
Yeah, I just,
it's really cool.
I was curious, like, to think, like, because, no one really does what I'm doing over there, so I don't know if, like, is this harder? Is this weirder? Well, am I doing something wrong?
You're doing something way different.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be giving these fucking tournament guys, like,
it could be.
You don't fucking.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, what do I know? I'm just whatever.
You're
but
somebody.
No. But it's just, super fun. The whole thing is just fun. But what I'm saying is, I just thought about that. I'm like, man, imagine if you could just go to a lake and really find that spot. Then all you got to worry about, it seems like, is just how to work that bait I got. No. How can I fucking make them bite the bait?
Pressure.
Yeah, I know. You guys got
because then you get fucking 10 other boats that know that. So guess what? You're looking for this weird fucking bait that no one's using. You got to hide when you get bit so you can hide. So
maybe that's why people are always buying these crazy baits, huh? Like, I got this, I got that. Drops. I'm looking at everyone. I'm like, why are you buying? I mean, yeah, if you're collecting them, which I don't understand that either, but if you're fishing, like, it's cool to like support all whatever, but that's a lot of like to a lot of money, first of
agree.
all. And then you're like figuring out all these baits. I think one bait, to me, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to whatever, but I just feel like I got that bait and all that so figured out. I can fish it any way I want. I know what it does. It's just, I don't know. And it's been working.
No,
honestly,
I agree, man. I agree.
I don't know. It's just my point of view of it. I could be
sure.
fucking crazy. I could be, honestly, who fucking knows?
Well, thanks again
All right,
for coming
man.
on, brother.
All right.
Plug anybody that helps you out.
Fucking Mike Gilbert, Working Class Zero, Baits, fucking totally rad guy. Ben, Lowdown Custom Rods, fucking helps me out a lot. Chris, Swimbait Underground, Brissell, super cool. Hopefully you go see him on, I don't know, I want to see, I think he gets back Friday, actually.
Yeah.
I want to go see him Saturday, hopefully. Yeah, them guys a lot help me. Hog Tech guy, actually, too, right where I live, Hog Tech. Handles.
What do they do?
That's cool. They give me some, they give me some good handles and shit to use.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
That's about it, and my wife.
That's the biggest one you got to think.
My wife is fucking gives me all the freedom I need. She's a great woman for sure. Keeps me in my spot.
Yeah, you need one of those. I got one of those. I mean,
gotta have that for sure.
It's mandatory for us guys that go crazy.
For sure.
Thanks for coming down, dude.
Yep.
I wish you were here. I was here around a little longer. We could go fish calicos, but maybe now I'll just make a trip out there.
Dude,
I gotta
come
do
out
it.
whenever you want.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, yo, you would love it.
Yeah.
You would like it, dude.
For sure. We'll have a safe travel back, brother.
All right, thank you.